Hey everybody, it's Pamela.
And Kyle.
And I am the brains and he's the beauty.
That is ecstatically hilarious.
And today we are going to talk about what are we talking about?
I have no idea. Localization in the global economy.
Localization.
The importance of localized marketing in the social economy.
I think I flipped.
That is awesome.
So yeah, we're going to be talking about the importance of localizing your site, even though it's a global economy. Anybody can find you all over the world. Why do you care and how do you do it?
Yep. Yeah, this is something I actually do a good bit of, helping companies localize their search results. I think the best thing to do is give you an example of what we're talking about. A good example is a client of mine, Atlanta Moving Company. If you just go to Google and you put in moving companies, you're going to get nationalized results where you used to get nationalized results. And what Google has done, and other search engines, but primarily we're going to talk about Google, they've started tailoring results for local searches, things that they believe are relevant to your area instead of nationally. So that means the little guy can compete with all the big national movers. And we're not. Go ahead.
And you don't have to type in your city, right?
Yeah. So the difference is you don't have to put moving companies Atlanta.
Right.
Sometimes you see predictive search. That's when you start typing and Google starts suggesting things that you should search for. And sometimes you just click on those. Sometimes they'll throw in the city name at the end, but really what they've started doing is giving us SEO experts tools to allow us to localize your site. And part of that is when you get that address listed on Google where they say, oh, where's your location? And they say, oh, list it here. We'll send you a postcard with a little PIN number and you can verify this is your actual address.
And that's where do
you do that through Google Business Manager, actually,
okay,
or you usually call us because it's not always the most straightforward thing for the individual business owner, but anyone can do it.
Yeah, so let's pause for a second. So when I go to search for moving companies, I don't have to type in Atlanta, but I'm going to get localized results. But it doesn't just happen by magic. There are things that you need to do to help Google find you.
Yes.
And Google Business Manager is one place to do that.
It is the place.
The place to do that.
It is the primary place to get listed so that you have localized search results.
Okay.
What they do after that is they create a Google Plus page that's associated with it.
Right.
It will either be a brand page or a local page. And you think, well, wow, what are we getting into here? But brand is really for national, international brands. Yeah. It's for e-commerce websites who don't have a location. The local data is so that you are a local locksmith. You want to come up in the search results for somebody in the area. And it's really, while it works on google.com and your desktop and your mobile, it's really tailored for the person who's using their mobile phone and they've got the Google Maps app open and they're typing in things like pizza, locksmith, whatever.
Yeah.
And what Google actually does is they go through that list of stars that people give, the reviews. They look at data that you add in Business Manager like open and close hours. And then they look at the address and they say, well, you're on your cell phone. We know where you are, we know where they are, so we know what's closest. So while I don't know the whole Google algorithm, I do know it's those three primary things that change the search results and the ranking order for you. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I have read that a lot of companies do not do this. They don't put their location information. And you would think that they would. And, firms like yours, Mammoth Solutions, he owns Mammoth Solutions, so go check them out.
I like the plug.
So firms like yours will do that for people, but they can do it themselves.
Yeah.
But many people don't, many businesses don't, so why don't they? Are they not aware?
It's an awareness thing. Sometimes you're listed or your address is there, but none of that rich data is there. And when I say rich data, we call this off-page SEO. There's three types of SEO. There's on-page, which is tweaking the words and the keywords. There's technical, which is having the website fast and other things, which we can cover one of these days.
Oh, yeah.
and how your hosting works. And then there's off-page, which is more the social side and this location-based side.
Right.
And when you go in and you put in this Google Plus page that's associated with your location, you can start collecting reviews and have the hours and all that sort of stuff. That makes a big difference. There's actually a guy in town who works with one of my locksmiths. I have a few locksmith clients. It's Funny how that
I
happened.
needed one of those last week.
This guy's awesome. One of them can pull up to any car in the parking lot and open the doors.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely needed that last week. But
Ex-Israeli Special Forces hacker. Pretty awesome. Anyway, and scary. Totally scary.
Don't want to get on this guy's bad side.
Yeah, your car will be gone. Sorry. Anyway, he has a partner, locksmith, who doesn't even have a website. He just has a Google Plus page.
Oh, yeah.
And he solicits a review from every customer he meets. And he has so many positive reviews that anywhere in East Cobb, if you say locksmith on your Google Maps app, he's going to come up at the top because he's got 24/7 hours and he's got tons of 5-star reviews.
Great.
And so, yeah, he doesn't have the great website, but he doesn't need it because they're pushing the localization up. And that should be a great illustration of why you should localize your business.
Absolutely. And in addition to the reviews and the stars and your Google Plus page, Google sniffs your location. I mean, that's a term that I've seen used. I don't know if I'd put it that way, but basically Google will sniff your location data, and the stronger the smell, the higher in Google you will rank. So that includes things like your ratings and the location information that you put into Google Business Manager. Going back to that, what else does it include?
The distance from where you are to where they are. That's really one of probably the top thing.
Yeah.
The other thing they do is they validate at your address. It used to be that they said, hey, we're not going to have any P.O. boxes. You have to have a real location.
Yeah.
But they still let Mailbox Plus and things like that sneak under the radar.
Yeah.
But then in last year when they really made a big push for this localized data, they started wiping all of those out. And anybody who hasn't validated it had to revalidate it, or if they had a listing. And there's a whole bunch of that stuff going on right now. So don't go out and buy a fake post office box or a virtual office or any of that sort of stuff. You really need to think about your strategy for this of having a real location.
Yeah.
And they don't accept residences either. So.
What about how active I am on my Google Plus page? Does that count for anything?
It does. And how you use hashtags does as well. You can have localized data in your hashtags, like you can hashtag Atlanta or ATL or all these kind of things. You can also have other keywords as hashtags when you post it. So there's a whole lot of SEO that can be done and achieved on Google Plus. You say, why am I on Google Plus? Nobody's actually there.
Right.
Well, the SEO guys are. Google is, and they're paying attention. So I've seen plenty of businesses with no websites and a high presence on Google Plus who are performing really well with search.
Yeah. So that's my next question. So when do all businesses need to worry about this? Just some more than others? You know, why?
I'd say all consumer based, definitely.
Yeah.
But I am working with a international startup here in town who is a very B2B financial based industry page, and we're in the process of taking all their location data globally in Business Manager and creating a brand page for them. So they're actually coming at it from the opposite perspective of we've got all these localized ones and all the reviews are different, and actually they need a brand page to have all of their reviews globally, so that when you search in Google, that right-hand side that has the location data and the snippets and all the social media tags and open graph information, that's all centralized. And when they shut down an office here, they don't lose all their reviews.
Yeah.
So there's two sides to it.
Okay, let's review the tactics. So we've got Google Business Manager. You want to put your location in there. And it'll create a Google Plus page for you.
Whether it's a brand page or a local page. And then we want to make sure we've got the right address verified. Then we want to start getting 5 reviews. I didn't cover that.
Oh, okay.
To get those little orange stars in your search results, you'll say, wait a minute, I got 1 review. Well, Google doesn't start putting the orange stars under your search results until you have a minimum of 5 reviews.
Okay.
And what happens is your account goes under a second level of review at that point, and then they decide, are these legitimate reviews, kind of like Yelp does.
Right.
And then they say, okay, well now we're going to give you this rating and we're going to put the stars on all your search results.
Okay, all right, great.
You need to link it to your website, which is to the URL, and say that this brand or location is associated with this website so that it comes up. We need to add the hours. You can do virtual tours. You can add photos. You can do a 360 video tour. That's something we could talk about again in another future session. We're uncovering all kinds of awesome stuff. And then, so Yeah, those are the three primaries.
Great. Okay. And I'll leave you with this parting thought. So you've got the tactics, you've got the importance of why you want to focus on localization, you've got tactics to do so, and you've got a very compelling reason. You won't have to spend as much money on AdWords and other paid advertising if you do these things that are free.
Yep.
And get your SEO results to where they need to be. So you're not only saving yourself time, you're saving money, like real money. So we want you to be informed about how you can localize your business, even if it's a national chain or if you're starting out locally and you want to grow. Either way, you need to pay attention to these things. So,
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope, that's
All right.
it. Lets the little guy compete, and it lets the big guy
Yeah.
keep their national brand.
Great, great. Well, I hope you have found this video helpful. Leave me your comments below. Like this video, share this video. I would really appreciate any likes, any shares, any comments. Sign up for our newsletter, which I'm also linking to below. You can get more content like this, and you will get subscriber-only content. So please sign up, and we will see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.
See you. Awesome.
Yeah,
That was good.